Someone sent a message in my inbox about how do you start a band in Japan. And really, I mean, it's really easy to start a band in Japan. You just find your bandmates and give yourself a name, and you're a band in Japan. But I guess the question was more like, how do you become successful? And honestly, I'm probably not the person to ask that question, because we've tried a long time and haven't gotten anywhere. Or the question might have been, how do you do band stuff in Japan? And that's just going to depend on what kind of opportunities you can find. You want to get your bandmates and get together and decide on a name for your band, and decide on when you're going to practice, and decide what kind of music, and just like any other kind of band. And you'll want to go somewhere where you can practice. If you can't practice in your home, you'll have to go to a studio to practice. And that can be kind of expensive if you have to practice that way, and that's the only way to practice, because you have to pay for your time there. And then you'll want some kind of way to publicize yourself or advertise yourself. And there's different ways to do that. Most people would go the route of playing live shows, but I'll go ahead and warn you, and this will also answer the second question that I was going to answer today, which is, why do we not do live shows anymore? If you don't have fans, you're going to have to pay for the live show yourself. You see, it works like this. You have to pay for your time slot on the stage. Usually a group of bands will get together and rent out the live show for the evening, and then they split the cost, and each band will be responsible for a certain amount of money. It's usually around $200 or $300 to do a live show. Now, if you have fans and they come and pay the cover charge, that's going to go towards the part that you owe. So if you have a lot of fans coming to see you, you won't have to owe any money, and you might even make some money if you have a lot of fans. But we never got to that point. We always had to pay the full charge, and it's expensive. I mean, $200 or $300, that's a lot of money. I'm not saying we never will do a live show again. We want to. It's a lot of fun. But, when the audience members is completely other bands waiting to go on stage and there's no actual audience, you sort of wonder, why did you pay $200 or $300? I mean, it's fun. It is fun. And if it was just $100 or so, we would probably do it just for the fun every now and then. But $200 or $300 is pretty steep. So we want to do one later, mostly just to videotape it and show what it's like. But, it seems like money is always an issue. I'm sure y'all understand that. But anyway, so lately we've been, focusing more on just improving our recording skills and improving making videos to go with them, and we've had a lot of fun with that. But this person was asking particularly about visual K bands. They wanted to be in a visual K band. How would you find band members? Well, it's about like anything. You would just want to meet a lot of people and, get recommendations, or you have someone, hey, my friend wants to be in a band and you play guitar, would y'all like, just meeting people basically. Or another thing you can do is at the guitar stores in like Shibuya, they always have like postings on the walls outside, want ads, we're looking for a drummer, I'm a bassist and I'm looking for a band. You can always advertise there, that kind of way. And I'm sure, we've never looked for a band member like that, because we either had one or, I used to be the keyboardist until our singer quit, and then I got pushed to the front, and we've just kept it like that ever since, because it's so difficult finding band members that will stick with you. There's always an issue, they get bored with it or something. So at least the three of us, like it is, we'll stick together. Basically, we can depend on each other to be there, to continue, and we can count on each other to do what we're supposed to do. And at our age, that's worth a lot to us, because honestly, in Japan, it's very, very, very hard to get anywhere with any kind of stuff, like idol stuff or band stuff or singer. But as far as music, it's very, very impossible to get in the door after about 23, I think. So, and we're quite a bit past that, so I don't know. So, yeah, if you're getting close to those ages, you want to hurry. And, I mean, if your aim is to be popular, if you want to be signed by a company or something, you want to hurry to make that age deadline, because, you know, it might not happen immediately. It might take you a long time to figure out the best path for you. I mean, the boys have been doing band stuff for 15 years, and, you know, they got really close a couple times. Really, really, really close. And, you know, there was problems with band members quitting because they had, like, personal issues, like drummer dating the vocalist, and they decided to get married is one instance. But a lot of things like that happen. So, you know, you want to hurry and, you know, just do the best you can. Some people like to play outside on the street. If you're in a not very populated area, I guess you could do it if your music isn't very loud. But for most cases, and generally, there's a kind of license you need to get to be able to do that. And, you know, still people might tell you to stop, but I don't think you can get in much trouble with it if you just stop when they tell you to. But, you know, don't take my word for it. Please, please look it up. There's a license you have to have, or you're supposed to have, for doing that. But I'm sure a lot of people don't have it and do it anyway. I think it's the smaller, like, just one-man guitar and singing is probably, don't really need it. But if you have, like, you know, amplifiers with batteries and stuff and you're doing it, then you would probably need that license. But I don't know that much about it. We researched it just a little bit.